Welcome to this new mod map tour on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. This is MINIBRUNN. This is a new map by Topace888 for console, that is. I think this was part of the mod map contest, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. And it has had some updates, and part of the update is it being released on console. So here we are. This is a small map designed for small machinery. You can try bigger machinery on it if you wish. We start the map facing east towards field 11 and field 9, which we own. First impressions, I mean, as you can imagine, a smallish map right up my street. I do like it. It feels a little bit claustrophobic when you first start. A little bit like RDC in so much as there are a lot of trees, there's a lot going on. But as you then move around the map, it has a very natural, organic feel to that. It doesn't feel overdone, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean as we go around. This started off as a fairly small map, and it has had quite a lot of update done to it. It's now seasons ready with snow mask, with seasonal items and sounds. There's new fields, there's new meadows, grain trader. The Alps panorama has been used as the border. I mean, there's stuff that goes right up to the edge, but as the background that goes right around the edge, and you'll see as we go around. Really, really nice. The biogas plant has been revised. Added traders for seed, fertilizer, herbicides. The starting vehicle lineup has changed a little bit from the original. So we are at the main farm. Let's have a look in the map, which is just here. So we are starting just north of kind of central, really, pretty much. Just about here. Like I say, it's a very small map. There's only 20 fields, I think it is. Yeah, pretty sure there's only 20 fields on the map. And as you can imagine, that would be kind of the area you would have for a normal size map, so it's quite a lot smaller. As far as what do we start with on New Farmer? Well, we start with field 911 and this little plot of land here. And we start with a little bit of forest over the side there, which is quite nice to have off the bat. As far as field prices go, not too bad. I mean, that's quite a big chunk there. A lot of that is mountain though, but it's only 36 grand. One of the biggest fields is field 18, and that comes with a bit of land around it, which is 231,000, so it's not overly expensive. All the fields you can buy separately. I don't think any of them are like sometimes you get one where you get two fields in one plot. I think the plots are all pretty much central, and like I say, not too expensive at all. Biogas plant, if you want to be selling stuff and making money at the biogas plant, you have to own it, and the biogas plant is only 80,520, so not a deal breaker and not too horrendous to buy. Again, like straight off the bat, pretty good. If you start on New Farmer, you will have used 683 out of 1,299 slots. It seems quite a lot. If you start on Farm Manager, you've only used 452 out of 1,299. And I'll sort of explain to you as we go around what you don't start with. So, as far as sell points goes, we've got Bakery, which pretty much does everything. We've got the Barn, which does your usual things you might expect from the barn. Silage, grass, hay, straw. We've got a garden centre grain, and then we've got garden centre root fruits. We've got the grain mill, we've got sawmill, we've got spinnery, sugar mill, and supermarket. The sugar mill, where are we? The spinnery, sugar mill. Yeah, the sugar mill does sugar cane, sugar beet, which is the one that struck me as a bit different. Might be the supermarket. Yeah, the supermarket does potatoes, eggs, milk. Is that it? Potatoes, eggs and milk? Yeah, the sort of things you would buy from a supermarket. Silo capacity, we start with a small standard silo, 100,000 litre, and on New Farmer you do start with a few crops in each. Obviously no potatoes, sugar beet or anything like that. What else? Contracts are available. Straight off the bat, these aren't big fields, so don't expect big money off these, and realistically the sort of money you're going to need to buy the sort of machinery you're going to use on this map, you don't need mega money for doing that, so that's quite handy. You don't start with any animals. There are no animals or animal pens, sorry, it should have gone across, on the map. So if you're going to but you're doing animals, you need to buy the plots of land and place them yourself. There are a couple of open areas and a couple of kind of placeable areas where you can do that. So that's the kind of start bit. Let's start going around the map then. Like I say, field 11 and field 9, the two fields you start with, are just here. And as you look around, you can see that background way off in the distance. That's the Alps panorama backdrop. And it really does give you that feel that those mountains are way off in the distance. It's very nicely done. Like I say, there's a lot of trees. We do start with a nice bit of equipment. We've got a couple of sheds here at the main farm. We've got the New Holland TX32. We've got a couple of trailers. We've got loading wagon. Actually, you know what? Best thing to do. Let's no. That's what I want to look at. We start with the Fendt 310 Vario, a Lintrack 90, a Favourite 511C, the TX32, a pickup, two SEK802 trailers, the header for the TX32, Salford plough. We've got a power harrow, seeder. We've got a side mower, rear side mower, tedder, windrower, loading wagon, a few weights. We've got the silo, like I say, that's the standard silo, 100,000 litre capacity. And then we've got two easy sheds. And we've got a farm barn and the farmhouse, and that's it. There's nothing custom on this map. This is all fairly standard giant stuff. If we go in and have a look in the placeables, everything is as you find it. You've got the farmhouse, you've got three sheds, you've got the standard silos and the hay barn and the bunker silos. There's nothing custom added to this. It's kind of standard as you go. So as we now head west around the yard, the silos here, there's some really nice touches on this. I like, it's almost like that feel that the yard hasn't been used very much. There's kind of like weeds and stuff around, and you probably want to get a mower out and mow some of the bits before you get going. But here's your main silo, just here, with the farm barn over here, all fenced in around the side. Come around to the main part of the yard, and we've got another easy shed, which is where we've got our tractors with weights in front. We've got our power harrow and one of the trailers, all tucked away in this shed here. The main farmhouse is over this side, and obviously we're not tired yet, but if you want to sleep through the night, this is where you're going to be able to do it. We've got a pickup tucked away in the garage on the side. We've got one of our gates to our main farmyard just here, which is a roll swing open gate, and then the other side of the yard, just across here, we've got another one which rolls open. Now it all seems quite tightly packed in the little kind of village. Most of the sell points are over here. There are a couple dotted around all over the place. But like I say, I don't know, it just, to me, it's by, did I say it's by Top Ace 888? There's some nice features on this which I've just done a mod review for the multi-fruit silo by Top Ace 888, and some of the features off of that are on this map, or actually for him it could have probably been vice versa. So let's head out. Actually, you know what? Let's go pick up. Let's go pick up. It'll be a little bit quicker if I need to get from place to place. Now, if you start on New Farmer, sorry, if you start on Farm Manager, none of this is here. You don't have the barn, you don't have the house, you don't have the shelters, the silo, the vehicles, nothing. This whole area is clear, completely clear. And if you want to buy this farm patch here that this is all on, that will only cost you 61,000. Obviously that doesn't include the two fields, you have to buy those separately. But yeah, so for this plot would only be 61 grand if you start on Farm Manager mode, which actually isn't too bad when you think about it like that. So let's get going. I'm going to do a kind of clockwise route round. There's a lot to take in. We'll get to all of it. So out onto the main road and swing round here. Right. First up on our right hand side we're going to come to the animal dealer, livestock market, just here on our right. So just in here we have got the animal dealer right there if you want to buy them and transport them yourself. We've also got the barn sell point is just here inside this hazard marked area. But what we've also got here, buyable manure here, and we've got buyable slurry over this side. It's a nice touch. I like that on maps. I know we have got the mods that we can do that with now, but I think it's a cool thing to have as a feature on a map, to be able to go to the livestock market and buy slurry and manure, because it kind of makes sense. That's where you would be buying it from. Right, back out from here without smashing the pickup too much. And as we go around the corner we come to the main store. Now the main store is pretty much like the one on Felsbrunn, but there's, like I say, it feels different because of the walls and fences and flag poles and things like that. It's been changed enough that it makes it different, and what I like is the stuff inside here as well. The fact this isn't empty, you've got a few bits in here. And here's where the next really cool touch comes in. We've got a forklift truck here at the main store. So I thought, okay, it's just part of the showroom, but you can get in it, and it says Manitou MC 184 dealer. This belongs to the dealership. Because straight away I thought, well, hang on a minute, that wasn't in the list of machinery. So I thought maybe it's under leased items. It's not. This is part of the dealership. It doesn't belong to you, it's not leased, but you can use it. I think that's brilliant. It's a really clever idea. So if you're going to be loading pallets and stuff like that, there's one here already, you don't have to buy it, and it doesn't come under your leasing costs. That's a nice touch, that. Very cool. So the buy point is here, your configuration point, sell point, repair point is just over here. We've got a cash point just over there. If you reset any vehicle or piece of machinery because you roll it into a ditch, drop it in a pond or do something else with it, this is where it resets to, here at the main store. So continuing on, I'm going to head round. We're kind of heading south-ish now. We've got a fuel station just on the right there. And we've got a biogas plant just through here. And he said sorry to that car then. How weird's that? That's... I know, it seems silly, but it's a small thing. I like how bright that is. That it lights up. The scales... I don't know, it's a small thing. So, this is what I was talking about with like the silo mod from Top Ace. Is this. Having these, you're under no doubt this is the digestate tank, because sometimes on maps there'll be 3 or 4 of these tanks around the biogas plant and you kind of hazard a guess as to which one is actually the digestate tank. This is it. Now as with the mod, if you come over to it and press circle, you can turn it off. You don't have to have that on if you think it looks silly and you don't want it there, but if you do want it there, especially if you're doing a first look map tour, it makes life so much easier to know where the actual points are that you need to be pointing out. Digester is here. No ramp up to that one. But you can do slurry manure there, which you can do in front, I would imagine. The bunker silos are just off to the left there. Quite small ones, but like I say, it's not a big map. You know, you're not going to be doing massive silage harvest because you don't have massive fields. So, unless you turned every single field on this map into a cornfield and decided to do a massive silage harvest, which you're more than entitled to do. So, continuing. Come round the bottom here. Now, most of the fields open out to the bottom of the map here and go out towards those sort of mountain sides. Just off to the left there. Got a nice grass field here and they go off into the distance over in that direction. Now, supermarket is just in front of us there. That's the sell point for the supermarket for your eggs, milk, and what was the other thing? Mine's gone blank. And we've got the, I think this is the grain sell point here, the main grain sell point. I will just double check that on the map because I don't want to get that wrong. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, the grain mill. So that's the supermarket, was just in front. This is the grain mill. Behind that we've got a lime sell point. Buy point, not sell point. Buy point, which is just tucked around the back here. There you go, with another one of those markings, so you're under no doubt if that's where you're going to be getting your lime from. Again, you can turn that off if you don't want it. That's no problem at all. Coming along the front here, and then round the back, we've got the spinnery. Everything's kind of tucked away neatly. Like I say, I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel contrived. To me, it has a really kind of natural feel. You get the feeling the town's kind of built up over a bit of time. You know, I don't know. There you go. There's your sell point for your wool and your cotton, with another entrance into the spinnery there if you want to come in from the main road that side. And then just going around the side here. We'll go back down out kind of to the main road. I did kind of stop. I say, not everyone's going to like the trees, not everyone's going to like the fact it's a small map. Not everyone likes small maps, you know. Some people just prefer big maps, big machinery, that kind of thing. But if this is your thing, you're going to really like this. Sawmill is just coming up now, so as we come out around here, we come into the sawmill. That's a nice touch as well. I like that on the sign. As we come in, this is MINIBRUNN. But here, we've got Felsbrunn, 6 kilometres. It's little things like that. I don't know, it just makes it feel, you kind of in your head, it fits into a narrative where it kind of stands on the sort of scheme of maps, that kind of thing. But anyway, that's your log sale point, just there, your lumber, timber, and your wood chip sale point is tucked very neatly around the back here. There are some water purchase points on this map. There are obviously plenty of mods for standpipes and tanks and various different things for water if you'd rather do that, but there are some on the map if you want them. Swing back round. A nice little pond set up on the right hand side here, windmill in front, or wind turbine, sorry. But just over to the side, I'm going to walk to this one because I'm not going to drive through there again. Over here we've got a water purchase point, so you've got a little pump station thing here with a little hazard marked area for buying water just here. There's another one a bit further up as well. There's a big water tower. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't know. I hope you're kind of getting a feel as we kind of go around. It's not massive. So, swinging round this way. Come up the hill a little bit. Big water tower on the right hand side here. We're going to turn. I think we're going to turn first in here. There's a water purchase point just up there, but along this road here we've got some more sell points. Another little field just tucked away there, field 8. So if we come in here, these gates do open and close. So we've got the garden centre sell point, which is just here. Then we've got garden centre root fruits, root crops, however you want to look at it. It's just here to the right. So that's for selling your root crops, and then you've got your buy point here for your lime, seed and fertiliser. Now it did say herbicide on the Modhub, but I haven't found a herbicide purchase point yet. But yeah, like I say, same thing again. We can turn those on and off if you want. Don't have to have them on. It's entirely up to you. Oh, there we go, look, right there. Oh, pay attention, MrSealyp. Liquid fertiliser, herbicide tucked in between. Right, continuing off to the forest and the sugar mill. See, there's a placeable area just there, just behind this bit here, and heading off. That's that. So turning off the main road, and we're coming up into the woodland now. There's no shortage of forestry. There's plenty of forestry to be done on the map if forestry is your thing and you want to do a bit of that. And it's not too expensive to buy those bits. We've got a placeable area just here. As we come up into the woodland, the sugar mill's tucked away up here out of the way. It's brilliant. That's what I mean about it. It's feeling quite organic, you know. So we'll just check on the map, show where we are now. We've come along here past the sawmill, past the lake. We went up here to these sell points here in the buy point. We've come along past the water tower, up past the placeable area to the sugar mill just here. We're going to swing round through the woodland now, and we're going to head up north past all these fields here up towards the bakery. Nice elevation change as well. It's not completely flat. You get that feeling you're in the kind of foothills heading up towards the mountainside, you know. Where do I want to go? Left here. We'll be heading north. We'll come up onto the road in a second, I think. There we go. Up onto the road. Make sure there's no traffic coming. So heading north on the western side of the map now. We're going to head towards the bakery. I like it. Some nice touches up this end as well. So the bakery sale point is just here. We'll swing in. There we go, there's your bakery sale point. And then tucked around, I say tucked around here, when you go north you've got a bit of a river and a bridge here. You can't actually cross it because it's closed off, but I hope it happens. I might have just missed it. You can't actually get across there. But I stood here when I first had a look around the map and suddenly thought, hang on a minute, and there was a noise of a train, and it's not going to happen now, is it? Of course not. But there's like a two-carriage tram train runs along the other bank, goes across that again. Nice little touch. Doesn't have to be on there, and you actually get the sound of the train as it goes across. Nice features to put on the edge of the map. It's, you know, stops it being kind of plain, and it doesn't just end with a kind of nothing, you know. I like that. Slightly flooded little area here. So what we're going to do now is head back round, and hopefully if I've done this right, we'll head back towards the farm. Now it does say in the Modhub as well that Top Ace 888 has tried to make sure that there's plenty of room, that workers will work okay on this map. There's plenty of turning space, that kind of thing, but on fields where it might have a bit of a problem, it makes more sense to put headlands in. And on some of the fields where there are trees, it suggests you do the tree bits first and then kind of go from there. Where do I want to go? I think I want to fork left here. If I carry straight on down, it takes me back down towards the garden centre. If I go this way, it should bring me back down towards the main farm. I say not too big a map, so not too long a map tour. And as we come back round, we'll come back round to the gate I opened originally, swing back into the yard, and that's it. That's the whiz round the map. Sell points, buy points. There's probably loads more to see. I would imagine, judging what I've seen so far, there'll be loads more nice little touches, clever little things to see dotted around the map. Have an explore, have a play. It's really, really nice. I like this one. Very, very nice indeed. So there you go. This is MINIBRUNN by Top Ace 888. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.